How's it going, guys? It's CK Slice back with another Pixark video. Guys, today I want to show you guys some awesome plant defenses today. Now, I do have roughly about 6 of them. You can see them in the back here, but I'm going to be showcasing some of the abilities and attacks that they have, because it's really cool to see these plants, and a lot of them have their own unique look and attack and abilities. So the first plant we're going to be looking at here is called the chomper plant. It has roughly about 625 health, and this plant's probably my favorite. It looks really cool. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be spawning some zombies. Shout out to Plants vs Zombies. And we're going to check how it attacks. So you can see here it shoots very fast. Shoots this like high projectile. Alright. Yeah, it shoots extremely fast and it does a lot of damage. See, it took out 2 of those zombies like it was nothing. Let's see if it took any damage. And wow, no, it took no damage from that. So that's pretty crazy. See, let me spawn in a little bit more just to see that again. I'm gonna spawn a little bit more, see how much it could handle. He must have spawned on the other side where the other plant is. Alright, got more. There we go. Let's see if you can handle. Whoa, that is weird. It's like on top of the plant. That was weird. Now this plant does have a blinding effect. It's unfortunate I can't show you that off for you guys. Maybe when the servers come out tomorrow, I'll do a collab with someone and kind of showcase from their point of view what it looks like. But if it's anything similar to the one in Ark, it's probably gonna be like kind of like when the Diplos when they hit you, it's kind of like that green effect over your HUD. Alright, let's kill this guy. We're gonna move on to the next plant. Now this plant is called the panthers plant. It has 850 health, and this one I believe does a long range attack, and it does more damage than the chomper one, this is the upgraded version of the chomper. So let's see what it does. I'm gonna spawn in some more zombies. Let's check it out. So this one does shoot a little bit slower than the chomper, but it's supposed to do a lot more damage. Let's see. Yeah, it seems okay. There you go. There's one. Oh, there's 2. Yeah, it's definitely shooting a lot slower than the chomper. I'm not sure if it's because the way I set this box up that it's not giving it enough room to move. Some type of delay there. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. There you go. You know what's funny is this plant kind of reminds me of that one from Pokemon. I think it was called Bellsprout. I think it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong. Write it in the comments below what the name of that Pokemon was. Let me get rid of these guys. Alright, let's check the next plant. This is probably my all-time favorite plant. What this does is, you see the little projectile it has on it? It's kind of like a slingshot. What it does is, whenever there's like a very far enemy, it'll shoot that projectile out in a slingshot manner. And I believe it also has a bleeding effect, if I'm not mistaken. I think if it hits a player, it causes them to lose health over time. So let's spawn in some more zombies. Let me know in the comments below if you guys ever played Plants vs Zombies. I know I used to be addicted to it when it first came out. Alright, there we go. Now this plant is better for long range attacks. It's not really that good for short range. I mean, it's decent, but considering the fact that it shoots very slow, it's not really good for short range. But as you can see, this little effect from the zombies, they are losing health because of that gas. So you can see one just died there, and you can see the effect of what it looks like when you're the bleed effect and what it looks like. So it seems like that bleed effect is very effective, because this plant barely attacked, but it seems like the bleed effect is doing more damage to the zombies itself. What's this? Oh, zombie heart. Alright, that is called, I forgot, what is this called? The Trappa plant. And it has 950 health, so it's not that bad. I can see these things being used for more defense towers. Like if you build up a defense tower like high up, and then you have one of these guys aiming down, since they can aim at a large radius. So it's gonna be really cool to see what kind of builds people start using with these plants, especially this one, since it can shoot at a very far range. So alright, let's look at the next plant, and this one is called the Spore shroom. It has 850 health. Now what's interesting, a little side note, when I was setting up this this whole little thing here with all the plants, I noticed the plants had roughly about 2 to 3 life cycles growing up, and the first 2 cycles were about 20 minutes each, so 40 minutes for the first 2. But what's interesting is this one had its 3rd life cycle was 10 hours, guys. So I had to use some command codes to accelerate that timer so this thing can grow up. But this thing is very, very strong. It doesn't really do much offense, but it's really good in defensive, and I'll show you why here in a bit. So let me spawn in some zombies. There we go. I'll move them in here. Alright, see what it does? When an enemy gets close to it, what it does is it kind of bursts open just like this, and it creates this gas effect. I don't know if you guys can see that real well, but anything in its vicinity of that gas will cause it to not only, I believe, slow down, but it will cause loss of blood. So this also has the bleed effect, and it does massive amounts of damage the longer you stay into the radius of this fog. So let's see if it actually hurts. Yeah, you can see the zombie right there with the bleed effect. He's slowly losing health over time. So these guys are really good to have as far as base defense, because if you're able to keep these guys maybe in a perimeter of your base, or maybe inside, it's going to be very difficult for the enemy to break into your base, because it'll slow them down, and it also causes them to have a bleed effect. So they're going to constantly receive damage while they're trying to get into your base. So I can see why these guys take 10 hours to fully grow, because having multiple of these guys is, I can imagine, it's probably going to be very deadly using in PvP, because having you know, this gas affect you is gonna kill you. Now I wonder if there's gas masks in the game that can kind of counter this. I mean, I don't know if I would really like that idea, but it'd be interesting to see if there is gas masks to counter this. Anyways, let's check out the next plant. Kill this guy. Alright, so this one is called I believe is called the Ancient Lotus. Yeah, the Ancient Lotus. That's 1,100 health. Now this plant is insane, guys. What this plant does is whenever your creatures or player or plants are low on health, what it does is it shoots out this like mist. I believe you could see a little bit of it. It's kind of clear. That mist, any creature or player within that mist receives health. So let me here, I got my little baby Groot right here. Now you can see that the baby Groot has full health, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spawn in a zombie, and I'm gonna try to get the zombie to attack the little baby Groot. Don't worry, guys, I won't allow it to kill it. Alright, so as you can see, alright, you saw there, let me drop him again. See? And he got full health. So let me try to get the zombie to attack me again. I believe press F8. And as you can see there, the Groot has a little bit of health, and he has half health. So when I pick him up and allow the mist to kind of heal him, when I put him down, he's got full health, guys. Like that's insane. This kind of reminds me of the what is it called? One of the pigs, one of the creatures from Ark Survival Evolved, where it healed your creatures, but it's crazy how it's in a plant, so you can have multiple of these. So it's gonna be interesting to see how raiding goes. You know, as far as using these plants, because if you can get a bunch of seeds, unless you go to raid someone, right? And in Ark, you set up a fob, and it'd be crazy to have these guys planted in your fob, so when your creatures are low in health, you kind of just run back to fob and just kind of let them sit there and just heal up. Now, I don't know if there's a cooldown for the healing, because I know in the creature and the pig in Ark, it did have a not necessarily cooldown, but what it did was you had to constantly feed it so that you could continue healing. So I don't know, I haven't really noticed, other than the fertilizer, is that when it heals, it uses a lot of fertilizer. So that's probably going to be a factor that we're going to need for this plant, is the more it heals, the more fertilizer we're going to need. So this plant's really cool. And if you guys do want me to do a video where to find these creatures and how to get them and acquire their seeds, just leave a comment below, like this video, and subscribe, and I'll do a video on where you guys can find these guys and acquire these guys for your base. Alright, so the next plant is called the large Marsupila. I believe I said that right. It's got 400 health, and these guys they don't have really like a spit attack or any long range attack. These guys more are close quartered combat, so anything that gets within its vicinity at close range, it's going to do massive amount of damage. So let's spawn in some zombies and see that damage output that it does. Zombies? That was interesting. Oh, there we go. There we go. You can see that green light effect. It's like draining. I believe it drains. I have to check. I know it drains. I don't know if it's like armor piercing or if it drains your stamina, but I know this creature does definitely do massive amounts of damage. Yeah, maybe I should have did a little more open arena, because it seems like the head is kind of stuck. It's like biting the wall for some reason. Huh. Get rid of these guys. By the way, the gun I'm using to kill these guys is the fabricated sniper. It's from Ark Survival Evolved. You can zoom in. I think it's stuck. Let me see. Get rid of this. It might be actually stuck. Let's see. Let me spawn in more. It might be like stuck on the zombie. Let me spawn in more zombies, see if it gets itself unstuck. There we go. Oh, they're just eating that. What range is it set on? Alright, it's high. I wonder. I don't understand why there would be range of this creature only. Here, let's press F8, trying to get these guys to attack. There you go. There you go, now it's attacking. I think it was just stuck. There we go. That's more like it. Oh no, I'm stuck. There we go. Yeah, I should have built a little bit bigger arena for this guy. But anyways, guys, that is this plant. Let me move on to the next. Now this one's a very strange plant. It kind of reminds me of plant Y. If you look at it, instead of being pink, it's purple in this game. But it's very similar. What it does is it's supposed to dig like these little vines in the ground, and whenever there's a creature that comes near it, it like springs out and captures the person, and then it shoots these projectiles. So let's see if... Alright, spawn it. Oh, see, it did something. Oh, there it is. See, I don't know if that's supposed to explode. Oh, see, it's shooting a bunch of them. See, there's a bunch of them. Huh. That's strange. Let me see if it does anything if I shoot it. And the zombies don't seem like they want to attack it either, so... Don't see any difference. Doesn't seem like nothing's happening when they get close to the these little projectiles, so I'm quite curious what's... Oh wow, like insta-killed it, so I guess it shoots these projectiles at it? Because I know the vine's supposed to affect players, so maybe that might be it. Since these are wild creatures, we're not seeing that vine effect happen. Let me see if when I make... Let me see what happens when I make a tribe or lead tribe. Let's see. Oh, okay, so it still belongs to me. That's interesting. Very weird. Very weird. Alright guys, this is the end of the clip. Bye bye, baby Groot. I'm just kidding. You can stay here, baby Groot. Thanks you guys for watching. That is all for today, guys. I'm gonna be still messing around with more defenses. There's a lot more. As you can see up here, there's auto turrets, and I know there's a bunch of like magic defenses as well. So I'm gonna be doing a video on that. Guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment below, and guys, Pixark is coming out tonight at Monday the 26th, so just comment below and let me know who's actually going to be picking up this game. I'm excited to play with you guys and see how far this game goes. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.